Changing the oil today on a Kawasaki FX730V engine, and this will go for pretty much any Kawasaki motor, small engine. And I wanted to share something I learned with you. Of course, the oil changes on these are very, very simple, especially with this hose. Nothing to it. Just drain what's in there. Now, while our engine oil is draining, I want to share two critical things that I learned from my last oil change to this one. Last time I ran this Castrol GTX. It's a high mileage synthetic blend, exactly like the Kawasaki 20W50 synthetic blend. And I was told by a dealership that this was what they put in so they can save some money. I think this is about $10 less than what this ran. This time, I wanted to make sure, because I talked to a lot of people, they said they only run Kawasaki oil in their Kawasaki engines. So I called Castrol and I asked them, can I run this? I talked to one of their technicians, and this time I got a great technician that had been there for 12 years and knew their stuff. They said this oil here, the zinc content, they looked it up for me. You can call them. It was around 800 parts per million in this. Kawasaki motor oil, even though they're seemingly the same oil, it was around 1,000 parts per million of zinc in it. So I said, how come they put less zinc in this? I asked the technician at Castrol. And they said, you can't go with the higher zinc content in automobiles because it'll clog up the catalytic converter. Now, Castrol did make and does make an oil just like this, same weight, synthetic blend, but it has higher zinc and it's made for motorcycles. So I checked on that. It's a special order. I didn't find any stores that carried it. And it was about the same price as this. So I thought, why go through the hassle? I only did this to save some money on all the changes. I went ahead and got this. And this will save your engine from running something like this. So I wanted to share that with you to help you prevent internal damage, wear and tear on your engine. Now, the second thing I want to share with you, and this goes for any oil filter change on any vehicle or small engine or whatever. But when you pull this filter off and you go to put a new filter on, you want to make sure that the depth where it screws on, that the depth of that exceeds the length of this bolt right here, which mine does by a long shot. It's twice as deep. But I've seen where people get an oil filter that bottoms out against this port right here, and your oil will not be able to circulate through the engine, and you're going to burn up your engine. And it doesn't take long. So you want to be very, very, very careful and cognizant of that when you're changing oil on anything. Might seem like common sense, but I've seen it happen and seen somebody throw away a $4,000 engine. And I don't need to worry about this one. It's actually deeper than the other one. And I got this from a Kawasaki dealer. So they make a lot of different filters, different styles, different shapes. And this lawnmower actually came from a large commercial lawnmower business, and they used a big filter on here. I guess they figured they got a better filtering by doing that. But you just got to watch, make sure that this seals around the flat surface here, and that you have the proper depth so that you're not plugging that up. And of course, after you change your oil, always start it up, check for leaks. So if something's not matching up right, you'll find out. All right, we're all drained out. Go ahead and put the cap back on. These are so easy to change, it's really nice. Tighten this down. Beautiful. And we'll just tuck it back in. Very good. Now these Kawasaki engines take 2 quarts. They call for 2 quarts of oil. But I don't know why it is, but some of them take 2.2 and some of them take 2. So after you fill it, you always want to check it too. We'll go ahead and put 2 quarts in, and then we'll check it. There's 2 quarts right there, exactly. And I know most of you know this, but when you check the oil, you don't screw the dipstick in. You just set it in there, pull it out. And we are perfect. But I got to start it, make sure that the oil filter's filled too, and then check it after it runs for a minute. And we'll go ahead and check the oil. Just set it in, don't screw it in. And we are perfect, right on the full line. 2 quarts, exactly. We'll go ahead, put a new air filter in. I've got a good new fuel filter on, and I also greased it. Check the tire pressure. So I am all set to go. And our new filter. Good. And we are all set to go for another season of mowing. I change my oil every 50 hours. If this video was a help to you, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And I look forward to helping you with other projects online.